You broke so many rules. How do you think that made me feel?
Angry.
It's a disciplinary matter.
This dude fully breaks the law in front of his own undercover CEO and doesn't even realize it until it's too late. Welcome back to another Undercover Boss reaction, and today's we have the CEO of Vitamin World, which is, shocker, a store where you can buy vitamins, but that's not what's important. What's important today is the bozo I just talked about. I don't want to spoil too much, but if you want to find out what happens to this guy, make sure you watch until the very end, because this is quite hilarious that he messes up this bad in front of the literal owner of the company that he works for. Anyways, let's get right on into it, shall we?
So I'm going undercover in our Richmond, Virginia store with Tracy from our stores team.
Hi there, I'm looking for Tracy.
I'm Tracy.
Oh, hi Tracy, I'm Marie. How are you today?
Hi, nice meeting you. I'm doing well.
So the undercover boss is the woman in the glasses and the obviously fake wig, which also I just love that they have such bad wigs on this show. Like, if it's not obvious already that you're on this show and the cameras are out, the wig should confirm it for you, but for some reason these people just buy into the idea that they're on some sort of other television show for aspiring business owners. But anyway, she's starting the day off wiping windows, and I gotta wonder if this dude is literally just wiping down the windows for the first time in like 8 months because he knows the camera crew is here and it makes it look like he actually does something, or if he's supposed to be doing this every day and actually does. Because I feel like any place where I've worked, if there was some sort of cleaning duty that had to be done and it was super extra, like having to do the entire front facade of your building's windows, that's getting done maybe once a year, you know, the day before the district manager comes in or something. Like, everybody agrees to just not do that crap, so I guarantee you that's the situation here.
Haven't kind of done this before, so.
I know, yeah. It's okay. In retail, you kind of are expected to just learn how to do different things and probably doing things she's never had to do before.
And granted, you don't expect somebody to be good at something when they're first learning it, but also the other theme for this show that I love is how every CEO sucks at every aspect of a job that makes literally like 100th or 1,000th or sometimes 10,000th of the money that they make. I mean, they said in the intro, this is a $1 billion company, so this lady has to be at least a 10 millionaire. And she's over here struggling to wipe these windows clean without leaving streaks.
So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna walk around the store. There's a few things that I've noticed that we have no stock and we've been out for a while, so I'm gonna try to see if we can get that. So we'll go right over this way first.
So the first thing he's gonna have this undercover boss do is walk around the store and check for which things are out of stock. And I've never been to a vitamin store, but you'd think they'd have most things in stock. It's like literally the only thing you carry is different types of vitamins. You better have every type there, you know what I'm saying? But for the unlucky schmucks that live in this town, almost every single one of their shelves has something missing on it. So chances are, if you're coming in here for a specific type of vitamin or supplement, they're not gonna have it, which is obviously a big issue because otherwise people are gonna see that and just go to Amazon, which, as we all know, is the death of like in-store retail. And it's the same thing as me. If I need some sort of tech and I go to Best Buy or something and they don't have my product, or it's like twice as expensive as the weird off-brand that they have on Amazon, I'm gonna 1000% of the time leave the store and go order online. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of the current demise of this company. I feel like you aren't on Undercover Boss unless your company's having a little bit of issues. So let's see how this guy handles them having no stock of pretty much anything they need.
Tracy shows me these empty shelves.
It's so important to be in stock in our business because if we don't have the products on the shelves, the customer will just go somewhere else.
And there you go. I could be a freaking CEO, bro. She literally just said what I said, but that's the truth of it. If you don't have things in stock and people are coming in there expecting it for it to be in stock, especially if it's their first time walking in, like I can't think of one time I walked into a vitamin store, but if I needed vitamins and they weren't there, I would just laugh at the idea of the vitamin store even existing. Like, my ass is going somewhere else and you can't change that.
So you don't have a way to order things yourselves?
We improvise. We'll just do like a bogus bopus is what we call it.
So here, the employee drops the term bogus bopus, which I'm wondering what the hell that means, but I can already tell the way that he's explaining it, it's probably not the way they're supposed to be resupplying here. You would think there's some sort of distributor or supplier in the company that you're able to call and say, hey, we need this, we've been out for a long time, fix it please. But no, we're about to learn about the roundabout way that this guy's store has been handling it.
What's a bopus order?
Buy online, pick up in store.
Oh.
When it comes in, it's actually not going to a customer. We're just going to cancel that order, and then it's going to come from our stock, and then we'll have it for our customer.
So yeah, that's the solution, is pretty much just make fake orders of the exact stuff that you need as if you're a customer. It comes to the store, which is probably a long wait along with other problems, and once the product gets there, they just cancel it and say, hey, it's here in store. Which I guess he's being resourceful in a way of like getting product back out there, but yeah, that is not the way to do it, my dude. I love that he had to coin his own phrase for it, which means they do this all the freaking time too. And I'm sure this is relatable for anybody who's worked retail. There's usually some little things that you do at your store differently because it's either easier or you just don't want to talk to upper management. And it's probably something you shouldn't do, but it still works, so you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a clear-cut case of that, where this guy does not get paid enough to do things the correct way, to be completely honest. I guarantee you. I don't know if he's the general manager or just an employee, but he's doing what he has within his toolbox to fix his problem.
And I'll use my credit card to make the purchase.
It doesn't bother you to use your own credit card? The team should not be doing that at all.
Ooh, and you saw that look. This lady is not feeling that there. This is where the sketchy part comes in. Now, I don't know exactly how this could be fraud, but there has got to be, some rules and regulations against this. Yes, this guy is going to get refunded for his purchase, but he's been purchasing the vitamins that they need on his credit card, probably getting some points, even though the refund goes out. I don't know how that works, but there's got to be something in it for him to be doing it this way because, that just has fraud written all over it. Basically, to recap, if you still don't understand, they don't have product in the store. The guy says, hey, I'll just order some from my own profile, probably get some loyalty points as well, and I'll just order the product on my credit card, and then we cancel it in store, which not only looks bad for the company, but his credit card company has to be thinking, what the hell is going on with this guy? He's dropping like $600 to like $1,200 every couple weeks at this vitamin store, and it keeps getting refunded. Like, regardless, that is just not the way you're supposed to do this. Again, you have a supplier that you're supposed to call. This dude is not doing anything to code, and I'm pretty sure this boss is not going to be having any of that.
And I've discovered one of our associates, Tracy, is breaking the rules and making fake online customer orders.
That's just unacceptable.
You heard it here first. Unacceptable. Now, I don't think this guy's going to lose his job over this, but I guarantee you he's going to be catching some heat because kind of a glaring issue for the CEO here. I also just lose it every time they keep saying this word bogus bopus. It feels like a word that would be in the interdimensional cable on Rick and Morty, bro. Let's stop saying that term, please. It's just giving me a headache. I don't know why.
The warehouse has so much. Like, why is it not coming here?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm upset that things are worse than I thought.
And honestly, again, these items being out of stock is probably not this guy's problem. There's probably some issues with distribution. There's so many different areas where this could be going wrong, but that's the problem in jobs so often at the time is there's these holes in the operation and everybody just shrugs it off because they say, oh, it's somebody else's responsibility. So maybe if this dude is the manager, he should be freaking on top of it and contacting his boss in order to get this sorted out, but instead he's just running up his credit card airline miles, bro, by doing this. Like, I cannot believe he's actually exposing himself to this level to his own CEO. That is insane.
But with my wife losing her job, I had to kind of get a full-time job, and I'm working 2 jobs now.
So now they're doing their other method of getting stock in their store, which also makes no sense. He drives to another vitamin shop across town or probably a different town away where he buys the product from their store just to take it to his store to be bought. This again is just the chaos of retail. If anybody has worked one of these jobs, this is so relatable. Like, we have all these systems in place to help us work more smoothly, and all of them are so antiquated and that they just don't work, and like nothing is the way it should be. So I get this guy's frustration, but here's where we get to the also hilarious part of Undercover Boss, where they give their sob story. So apparently this guy's wife is out of work. She got injured with her wrist or something, and he's really having to pick up the bills and only works here part-time. So again, I think this dude is finessing with his credit card somehow. I don't exactly know how he would be doing it, but this man's got a method, all right? He's going TJX6 mode, and he is scamming out here.
And we were already in debt, from, things that happened previously, probably between 15 and 20 thousand.
Yeah, probably in like super deep debt. So it's really been stressing me out. I would say if someone were to be giving me money in the upcoming future, like somebody who was maybe my CEO who was undercover on the show with me, maybe like 15 to 20K would cover it. So yeah, if you just needed a number to float around, if you are my boss, not saying you are, but I would take 15K probably. Like, come on, dude, you're not even being subtle about this at this point.
And my oldest is 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bet you they're a lot of fun.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
When I get to see them, though, that's the thing. I'm working 70 hours a week now.
And then this dude just has a mixed up story. Now he's talking about his family and his kids, and he says he never gets to see them because he's working 70 hours a week. You just said you were working part-time, bro. Even if you're working 2 part-time jobs, like, unless this job is one of those scummy jobs that tells you you're part-time and then gives you exactly 1 hour under what it would require to like put you full-time, then that would maybe make sense. But I swear this dude is just throwing a pity party because he's slowly realizing what show he's on. I say slowly realizing because I don't think he would have exposed himself for breaking the law earlier had he fully thought he was on this show. Still, I think he's an idiot for even saying that in the first place.
You broke so many rules. Quite frankly, it's a disciplinary matter.
So finally, this guy's meeting face to face with his CEO once again and is now clued in on the fact that she is indeed the owner of the company. And you heard that there first. This is a disciplinary action that this dude has been doing this. I'm not sure if he's about to get fired or what, but his face just looks like he knows what's coming. I kind of feel bad for bro, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you got more time with the family now. Let's go.
But it was also the biggest aha moment I've had this week. You did it for all the right reasons.
Okay, and change of pace here. Apparently she's not that mad. I mean, obviously she doesn't want him to be doing things against like their operating procedure that they have set, but it doesn't sound like bro's gonna get fired. Instead, he's kind of like opened her eyes to this. Apparently maybe multiple stores have been doing similar things, and it really woke her up and made her realize they got to get their distribution in order, bro. Because if you have employees going to these depths in order to get the product on the shelves, you have something glaringly wrong. And again, this is a billion-dollar company. You should be able to handle that.
Because of you, we plan to invest $1.5 million in our inventory management system.
And this dude's just staring there like, oh, okay. Am I supposed to be excited about this? Like, just saying to his face, we're going to dedicate $1.5 million to this. You're not really getting anything, but, you know, we are going to spend $1.5 million on that. So thanks for shining a light on this glaring issue we had at our company.
I'm going to pay you $5,000 to help us.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, and apparently he actually gets 5Gs, which I'm not saying is not fun. I mean, that still can be some pretty life-altering money in the short term. But right after she mentioned 1.5 million going into that, I would feel a little bit annoyed. Like, okay, you got all this money to throw around. Can't throw me a little bit? I told you about my kids, about how I'm working 70 hours. You can't throw me a freaking bone here?
And I want you full-time.
I can offer you a $20,000 increase to get you full-time.
And then this woman offers him a full-time job with a $20,000 raise, which, you know, again, I guess is good, but in today's day and age, I really feel weird saying that $20,000 is not a lot. It's not enough to quit your second job, you know what I'm saying? That's probably making you at least that. She's acting like she's the messiah over here, giving him a chance to change his life. No, instead now he doesn't have to drive to 2 separate places, but he's still making absolute trash wage for how much he's probably generating your company, and he's still gonna have those sleepless nights worrying about this debt. Like, I guess the dude didn't do anything exceptional, so he shouldn't be getting a free handout like crazy, but I still feel this is a little bit, you know, of a lowball. So in the end, Buddy gets to call his wife and give her the good news that he's going full-time with this place with a $20,000 raise, and he's getting $5,000 to help out with their inventory system, whatever that entails. I guess it was a happy ending, but I was wanting to see bro get fired, you know what I'm saying? But that's the way this goes sometimes. They hook you in, they make you think it's something crazy, and I'm along with the ride with you guys. I don't know what's gonna go on. I guess we shouldn't be sad that this family man kept his job, you know what I'm saying? That it definitely is the happy ending here. We just want the drama over here though. So let me know what you thought of this one down in the comments below. I am really trying to get some Undercover Boss reactions out to you guys because I've been enjoying this show, dude. It's been a secret love of mine. I can tell there is a new obsession forming with this and some of the other shows I'm going to be reacting to coming up this month. Make sure you stay subscribed and hit that bell if you haven't already. And shout out to my Patreon supporters for supporting me over there. Let me know what you thought of this one down in the comments below. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out.